This is my salted beef brisket with a creamy velouté sauce and celeriac mash. You're going to need this lovely salted beef brisket, and we'll be cooking the beef in a stock of carrots, onion, garlic, celery and thyme. And for the sauce, butter, flour, lemon, small gherkins, capers, parsley and double cream. And we're going to be serving that on a bed of celeriac mash. And for that we need some milk, celeriac, potatoes and finishing it off with a pinch of nutmeg. First of all, I've got some lovely salted beef brisket from my butcher here. This is a great cut of meat. Takes a long time to cook, but the results are really worth it. Now this is a very salty piece of meat, and I want to be using the liquid for my sauce. So I want to bring it up to the boil, and then pour away the water, and then refresh it with clean water so it's not too salty. Put a lid on, I can start with my stock. Just going to be a basic stock, just to help the flavour come along. I've just got some carrots, some celery, an onion, some garlic and some thyme. So these vegetables and the thyme are really going to help flavour the stock. So I'm just going to take the beef out, I'm going to throw away the water and put some fresh water in. So I've got some clean water in here. I'm going to add the beef and all our lovely vegetables and thyme. Pop the lid back on, bring to the boil and simmer for about 3 hours, or just until it's very tender. Now for the celeriac mash. So I've got some celeriac here. I'm going to chop the end off, cut away the sides. I'm going to chop it into rough dices and put in a pan. Now because I want to give it a bit of body, I'm going to add some potato as well. And cover with milk. And then bring to the boil and just gently cook until soft and ready to mash. So the celeriac and potato have been simmering for about 15 minutes, ready to mash, nice and tender. I've got a ricer, and this is going to give me a lovely smooth mash. And of course, because you've cooked it in the milk, it's going to add a lovely creaminess to it. So add some salt, pepper, and then last of all, I'm going to add some fresh nutmeg. I love nutmeg in mash. And that's the mash ready. So I'm just going to cover with some greaseproof paper, and this is going to stop a skin forming. And over here, I've got another saucepan of brisket that's been cooking for about 3 hours. And if you open up the lid, God, that smells good. And you can see, yeah, it's really, really soft. It's just very tender and cooked all the way through. Very carefully take out, put in a dish, and I'm going to loosely cover in foil and just rest it until needed. Now in the pot, you're left with this lovely stock. I want to make a sauce out of it. So what I'm going to do is strain it off and discard the veg. So our stock's now ready, it's a lovely colour. So what I want to start doing now is making the sauce. I'm going to make a velouté sauce. So I've got a saucepan on, and into the pan goes some butter. I'm just going to melt that down. And then once the butter's melted, we're going to add our flour. So equal amounts of butter and flour, and you want to cook it out a little bit, just so you get a nice sandy texture. Just reminds me of college. I think it was the first sauce I ever learnt to cook. And now with a ladle, I'm going to start to slowly add the warm stock. Just stirring continuously, and you'll see it start to thicken instantly. There we go, nice and smooth. Now, I'm going to add some double cream. And this, of course, is going to add some lovely richness to it. And just simmer to thicken the cream. Now continue with the rest of our sauce. Handful of capers. And I've got some gherkins or cornichons. I'm going to cut these down to roughly the size of a caper. Some flat leaf parsley. I'm just taking the leaves off and discard the stalks. A lovely colour already. Okay, now I'm going to add some lemon. It's going to bring some nice acidity to the sauce. I'm going to add a bit of pepper, but I'm not going to add any salt, because don't forget the brisket is salted already. So we're now ready to plate up. That is comfort food at its best. Let's try this. The brisket just pulls away. Oh, it's lovely. The creamy sauce with the capers and gherkins just really cut through the saltiness of the beef. It just works so well. A rich and satisfying meat feast. My salted beef brisket with celeriac mash.
And what you're going to get on that is some nice raw sweet onions. And the kicker is going to be the queso. It's cheese mixed with some different chilies. That's a little Tex-Mex right there.
Take a bowl, I'm going to add some olive oil, some lemon juice, touch of pepper, pinch of salt. I'm going to take some tarragon, which is one of my favourite herbs. It just works so well with fish and meat, and that's exactly what we're doing in this dish.